You know what I'm saying? If you build a car and you build that car to go 250 miles an hour, you're gonna tell people, okay, he's gonna get in the car. If he press that gas and hold it down long enough, he's gonna reach 250 miles an hour because I built the car to go to. You see what I'm saying? He knows you. So anyway, there's a lot to unpack in this, and it's unfolding like really, really quickly here. So I'm gonna go back. So Lucifer approached Eve as a serpent. Now, at this point, I do know, and like I said, the Bible doesn't really say this. A lot of people have debates on this because think about it. As we begin to evolve in our thinking as a society, as believers, there are people like out here actually doing research, and they've put things out on the internet. They put things out in books. They put things out. You know, we get a lot of information from a lot of different places. And I try not to let that information cloud me too much to where the clarity of what God is doing is absent or missing or affected. It is not really said in the Bible what Adam's vicinity was. I would just put it in terms like this. He may have been close enough to Eve to observe what was going on. But the serpent didn't know that he was. The serpent approached Eve and asked her a question, had the conversation and what have you, and convinced Eve that by not taking part in the fruit, that she would be missing something because God was really hiding something from her and Adam. And she believed that in order for her to please her husband, she would be willing to test this out. Eve never rebelled against Adam. It's in my understanding that Eve believed that if she did this and she was able to show Adam a better way, then she would be benefiting their marriage and their relationship. And that's why it hurts so much when you throw your woman under the bus, fellas. That's why it hurts so much. Because a lot of the mistakes that your woman is making is for your benefit. She's trying to help you out. She's trying to be a partner, a teammate, a supporter of you. And if she makes a mistake and then you throw her under the bus for it, then that makes the act a bit more egregious. Because you're spiting me for trying to help you. Yeah, I was wrong. But there's no reason why you should throw me under the bus for it. And that's the thing, say, hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. Yeah, once you throw her under the bus, brother.
And it's something that you brought that point up and everything. Within the thing, you brought that point up about him giving way to him not taking the responsibility here. Mm-hmm. So as I was reading early on, it continues on that at this point in time, God decided he would come down. It's cool of the day. At this particular moment in time, this is my time to go visit my children. This is my time to go visit them and hang with them and see what's been up. You know, he knew already. Like I said previously, God knows all. Nothing gets by him. Us, yes, everything. But him, no. Nothing gets by him. Nothing surprises him. Nothing makes him like, okay, ooh, didn't know that was going to happen. No, that's us. So when he did come down, the thing about it is that, and this is the thing we got to know, that the God is an awesome Father. He said, I'm going to ask, where are you? I'm going to call you. Like you were just saying about the previous example about your mom. Oh, I know that they're in my parameters. They're still in my parameters.
In the vicinity.
They're still under my covering. They're still under
They're still
my
within
life.
the sound of
They're
my
still,
voice.
yes. So it should cause them to come to me when they hear my voice. It should cause them to want to answer me. I'm going somewhere. When they hear my voice. It should cause them to get excited. When they hear my voice. Wow. Okay, I'm going to talk to my... You know how we do.
Right.
I'm going to talk to my daddy. By the way, I'm going to be talking to my daddy.
Every Sunday after the broadcast.
Today, you know, and I have a time. Not in the cool of the day, but I got a time that I call him every weekend. And we chop it up. Hey, so what's been going on your end? So what's been going on your end? And we go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's relationship again. So he goes and he called. Notice he didn't say, Adam and Eve, where y'all at? He said, Adam, where you at? And he had to say it more than once, I gather. Because normally he don't have to say it more than once. So when he does decide to go ahead and make himself known, like, here I am, God. Like, okay, so first of all, why I had to call when I called you, why you didn't come? Because you've never treated me like that you weren't glad to see me.
Yeah.
You never treated me like you were not anticipating when I would come down in the cool of the day.
Right.
You never hid yourself.
Right.
You never was fearful of me. It didn't make you tremble when you heard my voice, like, oh, I'm in trouble. Like it did right now. So make it make sense. Where you get that at? What happened? Even though, again, God knew already what had happened.
Right.
But he's trying to get us, and I'm going to say us, because we are all part of Adam's family. He's trying to get us to be able to be responsible. And when we do mess up, he knows that we done already messed up. He knows it already. But he's looking for, where is the obedience to say, Lord, I'm sorry. Lord, this is what I thought and I was wrong. Instead of backing up and saying, this is the part that really got me. He said, so wait, I was afraid when you called us. You understand? I was afraid. So I went and hid myself. God, like what? You've never done that before. So help me. And it wasn't that God didn't know already. Again, trying to get us to be able to talk, have the confidence in God to know that he already knows your heart anyway. But there are moments where he knows, okay, this person is really sorry about what they've done. This person really don't know what they need to be taught so they cannot do this again or not follow this way again. So he went from there to saying, okay, so you went and hid yourself? Okay. And now you're making it seem like you're afraid of me. You've never been afraid of me. You've never been afraid of me. So what? So what happened? And then God kind of like, okay, so let me just take a gander. Did you happen to go over to that tree? And notice, we know that about our own parents. Our own parents will do that.
Because that was the only thing.
They will do that. My mother, Glenda Wilson. Hey, Ma. Anyway, my mother used to be like, niece, come here. Yes. See, because I'm gonna tell off for myself right now, because I know I've been delivered. I've been delivered. I'm in my own house. I can eat what I want. Anyway. She say, niece, come here. Yeah, ma. Okay, so where the cookies at? Huh? Okay. You heard what I said. Basically, let's just follow me. You heard what I said. Where the cookies at? Oh my, they should be in the kitchen, in the jar. Nisa. When I left here, follow me. God goes. He didn't left.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah.
And he comes back.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, so what didn't happen since I've been gone? So I see that when I left here, there were more than 3 cookies in here. Why is there just 3 in here right now? When I told you that you're to ask me first before you got to hear me answer you. Say, yes, Nisa, go and get you some. Same thing with God. He had already laid out the parameters. He had already laid out the boundaries. He had already laid out the principle. And I'm like, okay, but Mom. So she went in. She said, so what happened to him? Again, what happened to them? And then she'll make it seem like she don't know nothing. So did you eat them? Did you eat them? And she's waiting on you to be honest with yourself first. Not just him. I mean, not just her. She's waiting for you to be truthful with yourself. Because if you're going to lie to yourself, then you going to lie to me. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, well, Ma. And eventually I break down, like, yeah, Ma, I had about 4 or 5, okay. And my mother back then be like, okay, so that's 4 or 5 of your butt being beat, period. Just like that. She did not say, well, you better ask me next time. Go in there and you punish me. No, you get a whooping. This is, and I'm telling you what happened.
Right.
With what God did with the disobedience.
Yeah.
He did whoop.
Yeah.
He did whoop. He said, listen, okay, so you decided to go and do what I said not to do, right? Right? That's what you're telling me? You good with that. You was good with that. You understand? Because you had a moment to stop and think and ponder and say, wait, what did God say? So even though somebody else came and told you something different than what I said, but this is what I said though. I didn't come back around and tell you nothing different. So how are you believing somebody else over me? Because I did not come back and revise what I said. But you allowed something to come and let you know that this is what I really meant. When no, I told you what I meant. I didn't skimp off of what I meant. I meant don't touch the tree. Don't eat of it. And then, see, this is the other thing, Johnny. Then he came back behind himself and said, okay, so then I'm going to tell you what the consequences. Because he told them.
Yeah, so that
told
right
them
there.
Both.
So that right there is going to be, that's going to be like, you know, another whole part. Because I did some research and some writing on this.
Right.
And at first, because I was at I was at a meeting with some colleagues at a company, and you know, as we were waiting for everybody to arrive, you know, we're sitting at we're in a restaurant sitting at the table, and this conversation comes up about how the woman brought the world down You know what I mean?
It was a woman's fault.
It was a woman's fault that the world is all screwed up. You know, if you read your Bible, if you read your Bible, and it's like, wow, okay.
You don't read your Bible.
It's amazing how sometimes we can be talking noise, and we be talking noise to the wrong person.
Exactly.
It's kind of like bragging on how you robbed the bank and don't know the person sitting next to you is a cop. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that kind of thing, right? So anyway, I kept my silence. I didn't say anything about it. But when I came home, I wanted to do some research because I wanted to debunk that myth, right? Got it. Because that's what we do. We tend to look at the scriptures as a whole bunch of mythical stuff. You know what I mean? Especially when it's something other we don't feel like we want to follow. We classify it as something that's just theoretical.
It's out there.
Right? That's just theoretical, hypothetical. It's rhetorical. It's, you know what I'm saying? It's up to you. Yeah, it's up to you. You want to believe it, you can. You just make a choice. You just do your thing with that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Lies. But the title of the started out to be The Curse of Eve.
Got it.
Debunking the myth.
Got it.
But then it grew bigger than that because it's like, okay, well, Eve wasn't the only one that got cursed.
Right.
Adam got cursed, the serpent got cursed.
Right.
So
right.
It's okay. So how do we look at where we fare when it comes down to how to identify if you're still living under the curse? How do you identify if you're still living under the curse? He told man, he said, man, you're going to put stuff in the ground and it ain't going to come up. You're going to work with the labor of your hands and you're not going to get much for it.
Yes.
Now think about all y'all out there working from paycheck to paycheck and doing everything you can that's right. And everything. So, well, I thought when Jesus died, he did all that. Well, do you know? Because if you know, then that means you can begin to walk out from under the curse.
I'm saying, but does that resonate in your life?
Exactly. The thing is that a lot of time these curses still exist in our life, and we think by default something happened because we say we Christian. And that's not the case. You have to address issues in your family. You got to address the curses that have carried over from the generations. You know what I'm saying? Slavery was a part of the curse. So it's like all of these different things you got to understand and stuff. Now, let's not get it twisted. This is not saying that you have to go and get some sort of exorcism done and got to go through all these little steps and everything like that. No. See, we serve a God, like my wife said, that likes to come and talk to you in the cool of the day. And the cool of the day is just simply when there's not a whole lot of distractions and clutter and stuff going on. When you can just sit down somewhere and quiet yourself. That's the cool of the day. Because otherwise you'll be sitting up here with me in Texas talking about what cool of the day. Ain't no cool of the day down here in Texas. No, but what's the cool of the day? When everything's been done, when your work is done, you got a time to just have some peace to yourself. You can just go, you can say, look, I'm going to dedicate this time. And I'm going to talk to my father about some things.
Sometimes for some people, I didn't mean to interrupt you, babe. For some people, it's in the morning. It's the break of day.
Right.
And some people it is after they get off work and they are driving home. Some people it's right at night when they had just cleaned up the house and they about ready to lay it down. So everybody has their cool of the day.
Right. And so the miracle about that is isn't it cool how you can be with God and feel like you're the only one he even talk to at all? It's like he can make you feel like you're the only person down here. Because that's how big he is, and that's how much love he has. That's what's all in his heart. But the thing is that we have to learn how to really allow God to begin to conversate with us. Because he's constantly wanting to tell you things. He's leading you into things, and those things are leading you out of curses. Those things are leading you out. It's not about you having to go to him and chant a certain thing, say a certain thing, do this, do that, raise your hands, do clap, and all. No. Stay away from folks that keep you doing calisthenics and aerobics and stuff for God. No, God is not looking for you to flatter him.
It's just not straight mechanical.
God is looking for you to obey him and have a relationship with him that is producing some things in your life that is going to help you to address the issues that has cursed your generation. That's all. There's a lot to unpack in this, man. And it's like, we're going to have to cut this off and go to a part 2 because I want to talk about those curses. I want to talk about what that is. Because some of you are out there living under a curse and don't even know it. And I'm not saying that in some mystical way where you got to go and get some palm reader or something. Please don't take it like, please don't take it like that. You are living under, let's put it to you like this. You are living in a consequence that needs to be resolved and lifted. Some of you out there are suffering from accountability of your ancestors that haven't necessarily been cleared up. It's kind of like inheriting taxes. Just like you inherit a fortune from your parents, great grandparents, whatever. Sometimes you'll inherit stuff from people you don't even know. They got these websites right now. You can go up in there, you can look up what money is owed to you. And it's like, wait a minute, is that even me? And then you go back and you find out some uncle left you something. You didn't even know that uncle. That kind of thing. There are things in the spirit that are being passed down to us because of the mistakes that they made that they couldn't address, or they didn't have time to deal with, or they just may have fallen straight on. God is saying you have an opportunity to start this thing anew and break those cycles. But if you don't even know when you don't even know when, how, or what to say when you approach God, then you behind them fig leaves. You're just hiding yourself. You're just hiding because you're afraid. You're like, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. And it's like, no, man, I'm cool. I'm with you. Tell me your faults. Don't lie. Don't throw your wife under the bus. Don't throw your kids under the bus. Don't throw your boss under the bus. Don't condemn yourself. Just come on out and tell me what's going on. Strip butt naked like you always have.
So I can help you.
Clarity. Butt naked clarity. See, I'm coming up with stuff now. I know it's time to stop. I'm coming up with stuff. But that's the thing. When God begins to mature you, you'll begin to understand better all of the things that he has said. You'll begin to better understand because you'll be knowing him now, and you won't be knowing some third party on YouTube that's trying to tell you. I pray right now that everybody under the sound of this broadcast begin to really know and understand God. I'm not telling you you don't. People don't like to be told they don't understand something or they don't know this or that. No, I'm not judging you. I'm just saying that we're all learning. We're all growing. You never stop growing. You never stop growing. I might stop growing in height, but then my stomach get bigger. You know what I'm saying? You're always growing. So I pray that as we grow, we have the maturity enough to go back and address those issues where we got it wrong, where we didn't really understand the full thing, where a lot of this stuff we took is mythical and is philosophical and all of this other stuff, and we did not properly apply this based on our relationship with you as opposed to just the knowledge of you. Because the knowledge is one thing, but the relationship is something different. Jesus said, I speak to them in parables because they don't really know me like that. But to you, I've given the mysteries. You know what it's like behind the scenes. You have heard the stories of what my agenda is beyond all this because you hung around. You live with me. God wants you to live with him. I pray you never get out of the range of his voice. Please seek not to stray against. My mom did not let me get out of the range of her voice because in that there was protection. She knew if I could hear her, she was close enough to me to come to me at anything. If I was to get hurt, fall off a tree, fall off my bike, if something was to happen, then she would always know. But see, you don't realize that until you grow up and have kids yourself. And your kids get to getting on them little bicycles and they get to rolling out there in them streets, and you know these folks don't drive right. I got a young lady right now that we know that's still grieving over a niece that she lost because a woman ran over and drug her up the street. So don't question God's instruction. Even if he don't explain to you all the whys and all the stuff behind it, don't question the man. You got to take time to believe whether or not that's true. You know how it is when people talk about God, after a while, it's like, okay, you religion. And then you got to go through this long filter of different things of whether or not you believe it or whether or not it's true or possible. You got to go and validate everything. And it's like, no, faith does not require that. So I pray for all of y'all, man. Really, I do. I do. Because we're going back. And it's not like, okay, well, I'm going to go back. Every time you read, and I don't even care, it could be a movie. You could be going to see Lord of the Rings. And you can watch that movie 3 times, and every time you'll get something new out of it. So don't tell me that I'm making this too complicated. No, I'm not making it too complicated. There are things, man, I read today that I'm like, God, this is burning me. Because I'm like, wow, I was not necessarily that I was wrong. Sometimes you're not wrong. Sometimes, most of the time, you'll get great confirmation with an expansive thought to it. There's so many times, man, I've read the scripture and realized how God took care of me and I didn't even know he was taking care of me. Promises that he made to me that he's already done, and it confirms it. It's like, oh, wow, that was you. That package that I got in the mail, that was you. Right?
Sometimes, just to add on, piggyback on what you just said, sometimes there's levels
Yeah.
that we get to.
Mm-hmm.
And so God has to say, I want you to go back.
Mm-hmm.
Reread. Because this time I'm going to say something else that applies to the level that you're on now with what you're rereading.
Right. There you go.
It's not going to give you what you read the first time around because it's not supposed to, because you're not on that level anymore.
There you go. There you go. You see how simple some of this stuff is, and we make it so complicated that we don't even see the simplicity of a lot of this stuff. That a lot of this stuff, I mean, every day you're going through something where you're having to learn something.
Right.
No matter what company you go to, I don't care how long you've been a retail salesperson. Right. Every retailer has different retail processes. Right. You're going to have to be trained all over again. Right. I spent over 20 years in telecom.
Right.
Went to a new company and had to go through 6 weeks of training.
Right.
They didn't assume that I just was going to automatically know everything about their product. Right. So yeah, it's amazing what God is doing these days and how he's doing. And that's the reason why we're here. We're not here to give you misinformation. We tell you all the time, study, 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 study. Because some of y'all might catch us in a mistake. Some of y'all might not necessarily catch us in a mistake, but some of y'all might actually even be beyond where we at. And the only thing I have to say to that is that this is not about comparison. This is about us being able to speak to a certain audience of people that God is concerned about. And that's the reason why he give us what he give us to say. Right. Because there are people who need this part. Right. You do your part, we'll do ours. There's many times I wanted to talk about politics. There's many times I wanted to talk about technology and a lot of other things I like. But God said, no. This is what I need you to say to the people. This is what I need you to help out folks with. Because right now we still have people who do not fully understand and have not embraced what I designed as far as marriage is concerned, as far as the family dynamic is concerned. And as long as there's people out there that don't know, and I'm going to need somebody that I've taken through some things to be able to go out there and tell them and relate to them as they tell them. Not to be better than nobody. Not to say we own it, but to just share some things with you that might inspire you to look at it again. Because at the level you at right now, you're going to understand a little bit more.
That point.
So we thank you so much for coming by and hanging out with us. Like I said, there's a lot of times we want to do live, but we just not equipped for it right now. But I am looking forward though to a day where we'll be able to invite some people to the studio and have some more conversations about some things that really deal with a lot of the things. A lot of you have been having questions about your children in the school system, how to deal with your children in the schools, how to develop relationships. Because I think that's important. We got people out there that's not getting any answers and whatnot regards to how their children are doing in schools and what some of these school systems are doing. Some of you are involved, but some of you don't have the ability to be involved like that. We work. We can't go to PTA meetings. We can't keep up with all this stuff. And so we have to be able to understand what's going on with our children in these educational institutions and whatnot. What options are available for them? What benefits are available? You know, before this broadcast even came on, you was probably getting something to the effect of, you know, something the government doesn't want you to know, right? Money that they have for you, that they have allocated, but nobody knows where it is. So we're going to begin talking more about the family dynamic and calling in some resources that we have that are going to be able to explain some things and help us get a better understanding of where we are when it comes down to society, when it comes down to marriage, and when it comes to religion. You know what I'm saying? So stay tuned, okay? Stay tuned. This is Johnny and Anissa with Marriage3, helping you stay the course according to the purpose of your union. We will see you in the next one.